From Los Angeles, California, we are the Mad Scientist Party Hour. Packing weed.
Oh, hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined as always by a man who is nude from the waist down and is currently swabbing the center of his dick hole. That's the COVID-riddled dragon, Geoff Clark.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm COVID testing my dick hole, but all right, cool.
And transmitting from beneath a pile of discarded voter ballots, the bearded pollster known as Shuddyboy.
Yo, brap, brap.
Here we are. I feel like we took some time off, but we
it does
didn't.
feel with everything that's happened in the last 7 days. We were talking about in the Easter egg how it seems like we should have at least recorded once since then.
Yeah, you know how like they always say that the presidency, no matter who's in office, the president just gets rapidly aged by their time in office. I feel like last week aged me by 30 years.
It was definitely a stressful week for sure.
I have a couple dozen gray pubes now. Bummer.
I feel like the country aged more over the past 4 years than the president. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he doesn't look terribly different, does he?
No, I mean, Teflon Don. Coming out pretty much unscathed. Got impeached, but, you know, whatever. It happens. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Made it through.
Happens to the best of us.
What a crazy 4 years, huh?
Yeah.
America went nuts back there. That was... Fuck, dude. I feel like we should look back at that era like you look back at your Cutstown seminar, 3 seminars. Like,
Yeah.
Semesters, you mean?
What did I say? Seminar? Yeah, semester is what I mean. It's going to be a long one, fellas.
Yeah,
It's going to be a long one.
Yeah, I do feel this sense of like, whew, man, looking back, we fucking made it out of that, didn't we? Wow.
It's like all those like when you're looking back on how much we used to drink and you're like, how did we survive that?
Well, you did it. You unlocked an achievement. Congratulations.
America, man. We just got after it for 4 years, man. Got fucked up. Wasted some money. Got sick on COVID. We're fighting. Portland was trying to tear down statues. What the fuck? It's crazy.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something, Shuddy.
I was going to say that since the election, his cabinet members just keep going down with COVID.
Oh, yeah.
I got a notification today that Ben Carson has it.
Oh, poor Ben Carson.
It's like, isn't one of the signs of COVID like being lethargic? I don't know if that one was going to really register with old Ben Carson.
Yeah,
that
he's
dude,
pretty normal. He's going to look normal.
He always looks like he just did a gravity bong hit like 20 seconds before he got on mic.
Yeah.
That dude looks like blazes.
Yeah, like he's contemplating the most important thing ever.
And it's confusing the fuck out of him. So, Geoff, you are... What the fuck's the matter with you? Your eyes look all puffy. You've been, like, nursing a box of Kleenex and shit.
He's got COVID.
You got the Chairman Mao hair on point, though?
Yep, he's got the Kung flu.
I don't know. I think it's allergies, but it's not really allergy season. It's been really cold. And
define really cold.
Really cold for us. So we'll say 50 and windy.
Okay, that is cold for you guys, and it's been unseasonably warm here, like high 70s.
Yeah, it's been nicer out east than it has been in California, or warmer, I guess. And yesterday I went to my fantasy football, or a friend of mine who I'm in the same fantasy football league as. I went to his house for like his birthday party, and we were outside the whole day watching football. And I wore like shorts and boat shoes like a dumbass. So I might be getting a little bit of a cold.
Or you went to a party and got COVID.
No, there was safe distancing. It was a lot like CNN would describe the Biden victory parades. It's mostly social distance and people are wearing masks. Not like storming the field of a football game. It's completely different. So no, I don't think it's COVID. It would have happened too fast, actually. I just think it's some allergies, like I said, and because it's cold out, we turn on the heat, and like my apartment, I feel like is a little dusty, and maybe like the heater being used is like spitting out some dust.
Yeah, it usually does that. There's dust that forms in the vents that gets kicked out.
Right, that's kind of what I'm thinking is happening right now, because it's just like I just been like sneezing today. It just happened like today, so
you're just congested.
Yeah. But I look like shit, and I shaved earlier today, and I think it makes my face look fatter, and I feel like I look more disgusting. Like I didn't know I had this much chin, but I got a lot of chin today.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought something looked a little different from you, other than the puffiness under the eyes. And yeah, your Gomez Adams mustache is gone.
Yeah,
you should just go get
like
a pencil
with facial hair.
Pencil it in.
I look like shit like with facial hair. I don't look like you guys. You guys are fucking handsome with your facial hair.
Thank you.
I mean, I didn't even know I could do this. It was just like a couple years ago, I hadn't shaved in like 6 days. So it probably looks like what a real man looks like if he has a 5 o'clock shadow. And my coworker, Andrew, was like clowning on me. And he's like, oh, you got to let that ride. Let it go. Keep that shit going. This is really funny. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. It is November. I could do the whole Movember thing. But I feel like you have to grow in advance for that. You got to get like a little primer going the last week of October. So I let it keep growing, and it was just like, nothing's fucking happening. I still have like a starter stash. This is ridiculous. So I shaved it off, and that's about the furthest I ever let it get. And then, you know, when lockdown first hit, it was just like, well, who the fuck am I shaving for? Might as well do an experiment. Thinking we were only going to be at home for a month. Now here we are. What is this? 8 months in? 9 months in? I can't even keep track anymore.
And it feels like it's wrapping up somewhat shortly, huh?
Yeah, right.
Coincidentally, we're getting some positive feedback from the medical community.
I mean, it's promising, but like in the short term, that's not really going to do much. I was looking into it because, you know, I'm bummed out. I miss my family, and it looks like to get out, you know, 250 million doses across the country, they got to do it in waves, and it's probably going to be another 8 months or so, 8 to 10 months before it trickles down to goofballs like us. They got to get the frontline workers and old people and cops. And then podcasters that tell fart jokes.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be on the edge of my seat waiting for it. I'll probably get it in like the 4th or 5th cycle. I'm going to see how you do with it first. You're probably going to get COVID waiting in line for the vaccine.
I know. You're not a flu shot guy, huh, Jeff? You think the government's putting chips in you?
I've never gotten a flu shot. Well, I did when I was a kid. Like, my mom got me all the basic vaccines and stuff, and I had to get a few shots before I dormed in college. But that's the last time I've gotten a shot. I've never been like a regular flu shot guy. I don't know. You know how I am. I'm a little tinfoil hat-ish, a little conspiracy-ish, and I'm not crazy about the whole idea of a vaccine, to be honest.
I don't get flu shots either.
Nice, man.
I've gotten them the last 2 years.
I mean, that's understandable. You're much more neurotic than both Jeff and I are about getting sick.
Well, no, at both times I just happened to be at the doctor's office getting the physical, and they were like, hey, you want the flu shot? I'm like, how much is it? And they're like, free? Yeah, all right, yeah, stab me up. What do I care?
What?
Dr. Steve is of weird medicine, friend of the show, big proponent of the flu shot.
He absolutely is.
And I trust Dr. Steve. If he tells me getting a flu shot's all right, I'm getting a fucking flu shot. My grandparents, they get their flu shot every year. My grandma's 82. My grandpa's like 84, 85. They get their fucking flu shots. They haven't developed autism yet. I think we're chill.
Yeah, they probably got microchips though in them, and then that the government's tracking.
Yeah, well, you got a microchip in your pocket that the government's tracking.
That's good point. Good
No,
point.
that's a micro dick.
Whoa. You leave my micro dick out of your mouth.
Finish him.
Get him, Shuddy.
Oh, nice drop. Nice. I haven't heard that one in a while. It was deserving. Shuddy got me good back there.
Man, speaking of video
It's
games,
a long podcast.
now that the election week is behind us, now my thoughts are just consumed with PlayStation 5. I keep
Listen,
refreshing that email. When's it shipping? Ship that, you motherfucker.
I keep
Ship it.
checking every day. I check my credit card to see if it got charged.
Wait, neither one of you guys got a charge yet?
No,
I didn't.
Mine
Did
got
you?
charged.
Yeah, I got charged.
When did you get charged?
This past Friday. Wait, I have to. Yeah, it was Friday. Yeah, Friday.
But you guys got yours from
I'm good to
Walmart.
go.
I got mine from Best Buy. Mine charged right away.
I wish mine charged right away. Mine still says preparing order. When you look at yours online, what does it say?
Hold on. I don't know. I just saw the charge on my bank card. I have to go find it. I got it on Walmart. I got it from Walmart. Excuse me. Where did you get it from?
Walmart.
Okay. Are you looking through your email? Where do you find that? Where do you see that? The status?
I'm on the app.
Oh, I don't even have the Walmart app.
But you created an account on Walmart.com to order, right?
Yeah, I would have
So
to,
then
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
If you sign into the website, you should be able to see it.
I think that means you're fucked,
yeah.
Shuddy. You might want
I'll
to
pull it
start.
up now.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Wait, what happened with you?
I think Shuddy's fucked. I think he's going to have to start refreshing Microsoft.com on the reg to try and get an Xbox X Series 1X box series. Whatever the fuck the new one's called.
Just buy two and flip one. Fuck it, dude. If you can get one from Walmart and then one from someone else.
Uh-oh. Are you putting out your personal information to the world, Shuddy?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it just has the order number.
Just has my birth date, address, and social security number on it.
But it just says preparing order.
Okay. So mine says scheduled.
That's great.
It comes out November 12th, right?
Comes out on Thursday.
Yeah, in a few days. Yeah. No, mine's scheduled. So
Yep, so I'm not getting it.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. You're probably going to get it on the same day as me. I don't know why. It's just like being weird on your end, dude. Don't worry. I'll tell you how it is. It's probably not even going to be that cool. I mean, whatever. It's just PS5. Like, who really cares, right?
Look, let's be honest. Even if you got it and it got delivered, someone would just steal it off your porch anyway, right, Shuddy? It wasn't going to happen.
Hey, Shuddy, come on, man. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's just like a digital thing on your end that you're just not seeing.
Or you're fucked.
I think I'm fucked.
Who are you more? Is it a Sony issue, you think, or is it more of like a PS4 issue or Walmart? I guess.
I think it's Walmart.
Fucking pussies, dude. Anyways, I don't know. Whatever. It's
well,
did you buy you got? Here's the one thing though, Kevin. Didn't you get a video game already or a controller? Or
I got a controller. Yeah.
You did, right?
Yeah, you want
did
to
you
see
get
it?
something like that, Shuddy?
No, I didn't. I just ordered the.
Oh, you didn't even buy one, an extra controller.
No, not yet.
Oh, all right, I see.
He has the controller in his hand. Look at that.
Yeah. I just didn't know if you got one of those because he didn't get charged, I guess, but he got a controller. So
Why won't the camera focus on it? It's still focusing on the kitchen behind me. The buttons. Look at the buttons on the controller. They look like a cordless phone from the 90s.
does just
I'm
having
chatting
that give you a
Walmart
boner?
right now. We'll see what comes of this.
You son of a bitch. Change the status to scheduled.
Do you want to try to combine like chat rooms? Invite me, and I'll give him my piece.
I'll just. My lawyer would like to speak with you.
Yeah,
Shuddy, ask him if he wants to cyber.
No.
yeah. Ask him ASL. Start the conversation off with that.
So I also pre-ordered one of those new headsets, the wireless PS5 headset, and that was supposed to come today, but they shipped it FedEx. So every time you get a shipping date estimate from FedEx, just add a day or two, because they never deliver on time. Never. FedEx sucks donkey dick. I fucking hate FedEx. Anytime I buy something online and it says it was shipped with FedEx, I'm like, fuck. All right.
Maybe I'm completely misremembering, but like I feel as though I've always had great mail luck. Like nothing has ever been lost in the mail for me.
I do okay mail-wise. FedEx, that's a whole other story.
What's the difference? What am I saying that's wrong?
So you just say you have good luck with anything that gets delivered regardless of carrier. And I seem to always get butt-fucked by FedEx. But whatever. Uh-oh, Shuddy's getting pissed off. He's breaking
Well,
things.
yeah. They're like, hi, this is estimated to deliver on November 12th. No shit.
Charge me!
Okay.
Charge my card! Charge my card!
Just tell them you need a little like further proof. Like just, I mean, like yeah, I have a friend that it says on his end scheduled. Like, why is it different for me than it is him?
Yeah, make this like
I'm sure like it's something like they'll probably like just message you back like, oh yeah, sorry, and then like change the status.
It's saying you will only be charged once the item is delivered.
Weird.
You know what I say, Shuddy? I say you treat this like a kidnapping, like a ransom. Say you need proof of life. Just show me one of the buttons. I just need to know it's okay.
Just take a picture of the box. That's it. Right next to a label with my name and my address.
Do you need my shipping information? It's under Shuddy Boy. Shuddy. Oh no. Oh no.
Here comes the computer throw. It's all right, Shuddy. I'm sure that it's gonna end happy, and we're all gonna be playing a video game on Thursday night.
I was about 30% confident I was getting it on Thursday. You have now brought me down to 5% confident.
Dude, I win 1 in 20 shots all the time. It's all good, baby. You know what we can talk about? I know we don't usually get some sports ball in. However, our two teams play this week again. And I'm actually for the first time feeling good about my squad.
What the hell are you talking about?
The Giants and the Eagles play.
Oh.
And I usually don't care that much because my team sucks ass and this team's good, but I feel like this is finally I think we've lost like 7 straight to these pussies. All right, Shuddy, we can't completely lose you. I was just fucking with you. I didn't get scheduled or anything like that.
No, stop it. She just said to me right now, or whoever this is, right now we are doing our best to get it delivered to you on time. Kindly give it a day or two for the update.
Yeah.
No, Jeff really has been fucking with you this whole time.
Yeah, Shuddy. I can't even sign into my Walmart account. They said that they lost my
Shut up.
No, I'm serious. I have to sign into my email. They just sent me a verification code. I haven't checked it at all. I'll check it. I'll check it just to ease your mind. I'm just fucking with you, Shuddy. And then when you put your head down, I was doing like nana boo boos behind your back.
Yeah, watch this back on YouTube.
You got me all fired up. I'm yelling at this poor person on Walmart.
I said you on a cyber.
So if my response was, so if I'm understanding correctly, it's possible it will not be received on 11/12. Correct? Question mark, exclamation point.
Oh man, we got fucking Shuddy Karen.
Yeah,
You know what?
Yeah.
Put your manager on the chat. I want to speak to the president of Walmart immediately.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to the CFO or something. Account. Imagine if I don't have it and I'm like clowning on you.
That would be the
see
ultimate
this
turn.
Track orders. Okay, here we go.
Wait, what
It says I haven't placed an order in the last 6 months. Uh-oh.
Order canceled.
You know? I could be fucked here.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Is it not counting it because it's still an open order?
So
Or has your joke just epically backfired on you?
I mean,
so
I have
your
the
credit
receipt.
card didn't even get charged either?
No.
You son of a fucking bitch.
It's all good. We're good, baby.
Yeah.
And I can't.
Jeff's been planning this for a week.
Oh, I can check my status here. See, they're saying I don't even. Yeah, they're not even taking me to I don't have anything that says delivered, shipped, or anything like that.
So when I on the app, hold on, let's see if I can get to it on Walmart.com.
We're on fire here, podcasting.
Yeah, well, there are other people who may be dealing with this right now. That are worried about their orders.
It's for their education.
These are some real nerd 1%er problems right now.
Now you fucked me all up because they can't find my order. So I gotta message them yo, what's the status on this?
Whatever. All right, so
both you motherfuckers got to get on the chat now. Oh, what are you wearing? I want my PS5.
So when you go to account, track your orders, you have nothing there at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It says you haven't placed any orders in the last 6 months, but I have a receipt, an order number, and a shipping date.
All right, go into the email. I think in the email it says.
It's a hyperlink. You can track status here.
Yep.
Yeah, and it brings me to an account or a page that says you haven't bought anything. And then there's another hyperlink that says, "Do you need help?" ? Yeah, I do fucking need help. Where's my PS5? I was just clowning my friend here on our podcast, and lo and behold, I'm getting butt fucked by the PS5 roulette.
Walmart, I had a fucking prank backfire on me. I need you to reassure me that I'm getting a PS5, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot. You're gonna make me look bad, Walmart? I'm gonna go to Target from here on out.
All right.
Oh my god! And then when I search,
I'm apologizing to this person. Give me a second.
Nah, fuck them.
Sorry, I just got pranked. Are you Puminati?
Oh man. So yeah, I might not even fucking have it, or I might not get it now. Talking all that shit, that's karma. That's what that is.
Yeah. Karma's been very, very prevalent lately. When you talk shit.
They closed out the chat before I could even respond. Her message was like, "I'm closing the chat since I haven't heard from you in a few minutes." As I'm typing this, I'm sorry. I just found out that my friend was fucking with me.
Did you use the F word? Because that's
no.
probably
I
what
said was screwing with me.
Nice.
And I panicked. I apologize. Thank you for being helpful.
Good.
All right,
Lord.
now I'm gonna chat with him. I'm gonna ask him where the fuck my order is.
Jesus Christ. This isn't the damn Walmart chat show.
Look at what you started. Kevin.
I went for it, and look, I just fucking torpedoed the whole podcast. Now everyone's
Jeff,
dead.
share your screen so we
Great.
can watch your chat.
No, I'm not sharing anything. I got some unsavory tabs up here. I'm about to go off camera and do some zooming tubing.
Oh, I got Julia Rose's Instagram up on a different tab. Well,
have you guys? No, I'm not good at this transitioning, thinking of things. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think you're fucking. I think you're fantastic at it. Please.
I'll let you go. I think I'll let you go back to doing your job. I apologize.
Well, I want to move on, but I know Jeff is fucking preoccupied, and we need all hands on deck.
I can do two things at once.
All right. Well,
the problem was I was trying to do three things at once. When you throw Madden into the mix,
I can't play Madden. Chat with Walmart. Beat off to Julia Rose.
You should have paused the Zoom chat.
So we lost a game show, a pillar of the game show community since we last got together. The great Alex Trebek. 80 years old. That man did not look 80.
Pour some liquor out, you know?
For somebody who is battling stage 4 cancer and 80, that dude looked tremendous right up until the end. Yeah. Man, if that's what 80 looks like, sign me up for whatever he was drinking.
When was the last Jeopardy episode they recorded?
Probably pre-COVID.
No, they were still going. I saw in an article about his passing that they taped a Jeopardy episode 10 days before he died. So he was almost right up to the bitter end taping new episodes.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was still working up until his death.
Yeah.
Kind of like Walter White.
Or Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. Right, exactly. And I would say Alex Trebek is up in that kind of tier of icon. I mean, has there been anyone that is got more job security than Alex Trebek as the host of Jeopardy?
Pat Sajak.
I feel like Alex Trebek is more unreplaceable.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you could replace Pat Sajak before you could replace Vanna White. And Vanna White doesn't even fucking say anything.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, Alex Trebek, I feel like, I don't know whether or not he's been he's a nationalized American, but we got to make it official as of today that we're taking him from Canada. We're adopting him.
We're snatching him.
Yeah, we're forcefully posthumously abducting him.
Yeah, putting him in a cage on the goddamn border. He's ours now. We don't know where his parents are.
Yeah, we gotta get those cages sent up to the northern border now.
Yeah, the northern wall.
So,
oh man, I'm gonna miss the wall.
Fucking, you scrambled my brain. I almost switched over to Pat Sajak.
Yeah, it's
been a long day for all of us.
Completely gone off the rails. I fucking tried to troll and prank Shuddy, and now we've lost our grip. I'm sorry on behalf of everyone else.
So Alex Trebek was a great host, and I gotta say, I gotta come clean and be honest that I wasn't a Jeopardy watcher. I got into game shows. I was a late 80s, early 90s Nickelodeon kid. So game shows to me were people, it was like Double Dare and shit, and Finders Keepers and Legends of the Hidden Temple. Like silliness and obstacles and boogers and weird props. Like Global Guts, bungee cords. Anytime Jeopardy came on, that was what my family liked. My grandpa loved Jeopardy. My Aunt Kathy loved Jeopardy. She auditioned, I think, 3 times to be on Jeopardy. And she said...
Rosie Perez.
she said that the questions they ask you in the tryouts are a million times harder than the actual questions on the show.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's brutal to audition for Jeopardy.
So I would always beat my college friends in Jeopardy. Not always. Paul got a couple. Bitch ass Paul got a couple on me, and another homie of ours in college got a couple on me. But I was pretty regularly the Jeopardy champion on my dorm floor or in my college house. So Jeopardy was huge in my parts, and I always fucked with Jeopardy. But I try to take the fucking PSAT of Jeopardy. I don't know, you have to take a test before you can try out, I think. You have to pass a certain number on the test. And I looked at whether it be example questions or actual questions. And yeah, they are much harder than the actual show.
And I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, and I did watch, because they have that block. There's the Wheel of Fortune, I think is beforehand or after. I
believe Jeopardy's at 7, and then Wheel of Fortune at 7:30.
So
I thought it was flipped.
Hold on, let's see.
Either way, I was always excited as a kid to watch Wheel of Fortune because it had props. It had a wheel. There was lots of colors on it. It spun. There were sound effects. We played one earlier. And when Jeopardy came on, I didn't fucking get it. Like, most game shows have like a big glaring gimmick. Global Guts, bunch of obstacles, Wheel of Fortune, big colorful wheel, and a big colorful letterboard with a beautiful blonde lady that would come over and turn them over when you guessed them right. Jeopardy was just fucking 3 dorks, and the questions were backwards. I was like, what? What is this? I don't get this. I didn't get any of the questions. And I'm sitting there in the family room with my grandpa and my aunt and my mom and my grandma, and they're all throwing out answers. And I'm like, what the fuck? You guys understand this shit? What's happening here? And I thought that Jeopardy was one of those things that that knowledge just came with life. Like, all right, I'm a little kid. This isn't for me. It'll just I'll naturally get there. One day I will be good at Jeopardy. Turns out, no, I'm just stupid. I never got good at Jeopardy. When I was roommates with Brandano, he loved Jeopardy. Loved it to the point where he DVR'd it. If he couldn't catch it live, he would watch the DVR. Like, he was a religious Jeopardy watcher. So I'd just be sitting there, the same thing, same scenario when everybody was watching sports. I would be there for the hang, but I was reading comics and half checked out. I can do okay with the first third of the show. Before they take their first commercial break, I can get those. But once you're
always gonna take a first period lead, and you make the other players sweat.
Yeah, but man, that's
like Trump did.
Shuddy's firing shots.
Going political. Political.
So once it gets to round 2, like, fuck that. I'm not even getting the easy ones. I don't. It's like,
this is the middle name of Babe Ruth's second grade teacher.
Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck fucking knows this shit? How are these people all chiming in? They're racing for the buzzer.
Aloysius. Who is Aloysius?
Shut up, Shuddy. You don't know that. It's not true. It's too hard. Who the fuck knows these things? Who knows these obscure fucking 8th century artists that they're just throwing? Like, I have never even heard that name in my life. I never got it.
I would embarrass you at Jeopardy.
Yeah. I think both of you would. I concede that. I'd like to try still, but I think you would both spank me.
Oh, yeah. I expect to get the win. I expect to get the Trivial Pursuit win, but I fucking choked. I'm definitely winning Jeopardy. However, I will say this, though. You could get, or at least I could get just like a series of categories that are not in my wheelhouse. You give me opera, religion, and or theater, and I'm fucked. I actually have the best shot in religion because at least I went to a Catholic university and I studied theology, so I have a prayer there.
What are Jews? Jeff Clark, for the 5th time, incorrect.
Maybe
negative 4,000.
We should have Alex. We should do another episode, maybe with Alex or someone, and ship them, have them pick up a copy of like the Jeopardy board game, or pick questions off of the Jeopardy show and host it for us.
Or
There's got to be a better way to do it.
yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Wait,
once COVID is over with, we just plan. You and Alex plan your next visit together, and we can just record here at my place in front of a TV. But then, like, no one trusts anybody, so it's not like we can just DVR a couple episodes, make sure nobody watches them, and then use those, because nobody's going for that.
Oh, is it on Netflix?
Yes.
How about we find someone, an impartial party, and they just randomly pick an episode that we watch, and we connect on a Zoom call, watch it together, and then
Because we'd all
question.
have to pause it every time the question is asked. That would get...
See, we have to decide on the rules, because my thought is that if we could do it in person, great. We all sit down on like the couch, and then it's like kind of a free for all. You just yell out the answer.
Yeah, because we don't have buzzers.
Question. Yeah, if you yell out the right answer, then you get the point. You get the point. And obviously, whoever says it first, like, wins.
You know how we would have to do it? We would have to do it like Win Ben Stein's Money Isolation Chamber style, where Alex is our guide, and while like Shuddy is watching the Jeopardy episode, Jeff and I are sequestered in my room, and everybody gets a crack at every question.
No, that
would take fucking forever.
That's the worst idea you've ever had.
I beg to differ. I think inviting you on this fucking show was, Jeff.
No, because the whole idea behind Jeopardy is that you have to be fast with the answer.
You know, I should have paid more attention when I worked for the Stern Show, because those Howard TV guys, every time they did a game show style thing like that, they have a wiring thing set up where they built stuff that was just like the Jeopardy podium. So it was like some sort of electrical circuit where whoever, like down to the millisecond, whoever gets that button pressed first, it instantly disables the other buttons.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So if
That
we
is
could
pretty
somehow rig something like that up and just build a game show set in my living room.
But that's too difficult for what we're trying to
I know.
do. We sit
We'll
down,
have
we
to
watch
brainstorm
Jeopardy,
off the air and figure this out.
we have some fucking decency. Don't yell when they answer the question, and we get it in and be fair and keep track of the score. And I also push for no minus points for random guesses, because random guesses is what makes it fun.
No. That is no. Then we'll just do another trivia game. You're not playing Jeopardy if you're not in any Jeopardy.
The Jeopardy is losing. And
No,
looking like a
the
pussy in
Jeopardy
front of your
is
friends.
losing points for the wrong answers.
No, not in this case.
Yeah, then we're
No,
robbing the
it is.
Puminati of
Usually
funny
play.
wrong answers.
Yeah, no.
Well, we'll
Nope.
leave this up to a vote, and I'll fucking stump, or I'll lobby Kevin, and we'll win this one.
We'll figure
will
it
not
out, but-
play, so it really doesn't matter. You guys will have an empty victory.
Well, hey,
If
a
you're
victory is
not
a
playing
victory.
Jeopardy by the rules, then why don't we just do Trivial Pursuit?
If you
again? That's all it is.
if you pull out, Shuddy, you're basically just admitting defeat right there.
no,
So
I'm
it's
not.
basically
You
just
guys
myself versus Jeff. If you can't hang, you can't hang.
You guys are fucking with the rules, so you guys can just answer whenever you want. That's not how the game is. That's doing Alex Trebek a disservice, and don't sit here and say what a great man he is.
Oh,
and then
no,
shit
it
all
isn't.
over his legacy.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Don't pull on our emotional heartstrings. A, B, you think I give a fuck about an empty victory? I'll take an empty victory. And C, you know what? Actually, my PS5 does say scheduled for delivery. That's what
No,
it
it
says.
does not. You
Yes, it
already
does.
you sent me a fucking screenshot.
No. It says it's on its way now.
I also just got an update. It says Shuddy's not getting one.
yeah, they emailed me and they said, "Yeah, your friend." No, it would be more believable. No, your friend Dick Miller will not be getting one. So I don't know. Whatever. Calling it Walmart liars. Bad luck.
So rest in peace to Alex Trebek, but Jeff did prepare another bracket.
Yeah. I was going to call it the Alex Trebek Memorial Bracket or the Alex Trebek Trophy. However, I found in my searches for top TV game show hosts, and I wanted to refresh my memory and try to build the best bracket that I could. I kind of like jog some shit loose. I wanted to also get like a thematic group of regions, and I did that. And
I will give you you threw this together this afternoon. This is impressive. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You did it. You said I'm gonna do this and I'll have it ready for the show, and you did. Sorry.
It's all good. So it's a 16 game show or TV game show host bracket. I'm calling it the Wink Martindale Invitational. Have either one of you guys heard of Wink Martindale?
Of course.
I heard the name, but I didn't know what he did like before today.
I think we should just call him Stink Fartindale.
Absolutely. Request approved. This will now be called the Stink Fartindale Invitational.
I will admit I'm getting what Wink Martindale looked like versus Chuck Woolery, but now I just
Was Wink Martindale password? What was it?
Dude,
he hosted
Wink
a couple of game shows, didn't he?
Game show credits are lengthy. Let me read you this motherfucker's resume real quick. He hosted What's the Song from 1964 to 65. Can You Top This in 1970? Words and Music in 1970-71. Gambit / Las Vegas Gambit 1972 to 78 and 80 to 81. The New Tic-Tac-Doe / Tic-Tac-Doe from 1978 to 86. Headline Chasers 85 to 86. The New High Rollers 87 to 88. The Last Word 89 to 90.
Jesus Christ.
The Great Getaway Game 90 to 91. Trivial Pursuit 93-94. Boggle 94. Shuffle 94. Debt 96-98. And last but not least, Instant Recall in 2010. How many decades is that? You say something and I'll count them up.
It's 5 decades at least. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
5, because he skipped the aughts.
Aught.
That's what they call it. And I grooved to the word. Yeah. The 2000s are referred to as the aughts, and I think it's a cool nickname, actually, for that pretty lame decade.
And good old Stink is still kicking at the ripe old age of 86. Still farting it up.
Mad jobs. So the regions are compiled as or organized as reality, which is like a game show that's a season-long contest in which a winner is declared at the end. We got daytime evening. And this is from like when Price is Right starts till Jeopardy ends. I always thought Jeopardy kind of ended earlier. You're saying at least like either 7:30 or 8.
Correct.
So I guess I would consider the 8 p.m. shift prime time, which is another region. And then the last region, or the fourth region, is kids shit. So that's where you're going to see your Nickelodeon stuff. So because of my age, there's going to be some missing names here, like a Chuck Woolery, his name was, right? Chuck Woolery.
He was Love Connection. I don't think that really counts as...
No, he had another one too. It was a good one. Fuck, what was it? And he was a great host. Hold on, let me look it up, because I used to love it as a kid. God damn.
I mean, there's some honorable mentions.
Oh, Scrabble.
Yes.
That was
right.
awesome. That was an awesome game show, and he was a great host. But yeah, I mean, this is Is this the same bracket size as the Snack It, or is this shrunk down a little bit?
Chuck Woolery has a music career.
Oh, shit. What kind of music did he do?
Death metal?
He's got 3 singles.
K-pop.
3 singles from 1977, 2 in 1977, and 1 in 1980. They're called Painted Lady, Take Her Down Boys, and The Greatest Love Affair.
Nice. Take Her Down, boys.
Fucking
Gang
pounding
bang.
some puss.
Chuck Woolery. Green light and a gangbang.
It's like, I know you try to push those conservative values hard, Chuck, but I know you were crushing puss in the 80s. Yeah. Jesus was watching.
They're country songs.
I'll tell you what, though. I used to love when Scrabble came on as a kid. I want to watch some YouTube, some of that on YouTube, because that really was an awesome game show. And, say what you will about Chuck, motherfucker can host the shit out of a game show.
I never disliked Chuck Woolery.
Yeah, me neither. I don't agree with some of the stuff he says, but who gives a fuck? He's a good host.
What has he said?
Like political or like jokes on the show?
No, he's extraordinarily political.
Chuck Woolery, I see.
Pull up his Twitter feed.
I'm not gonna do it. I'll try. I'll trust your word for it. I don't feel
I'm doing it.
Yeah, let's circle back and you tell us some of the Chuck Woolery's greatest hits on Twitter.
Well, let's get this bracket going. We're sitting here. I think we've done enough fluffing. Everybody's got a boner. The
most honorable mention that we have on here, Bill Dwyer. I really wanted to put Bill Dwyer on the bracket.
Well, Chuck Woolery's most recent tweet from 45 seconds ago is, "It's possible that 2020's election fraud is way bigger than we thought."
Okay, Chuck.
See you in 2 and 2.
So we're going to start off with the reality TV show region, and this is the 1 versus 4 seed. I got the 1 seed in the entire tournament actually being Donald Trump, the host of The Apprentice. And the 4 seed in this case was Ryan Seacrest, host of American Idol. Donald Trump hosted The Apprentice from 2004 to 2016 before he took the job as the 45th president of the United States. That is flying pretty close to the sun, and no game show host can put that on his resume.
That is a hell of a career transition.
I mean, really the best. He went from fucking game show host, reality TV game show host, to the most powerful job in the world. Kudos. That's how you get it done. Ryan Seacrest, again, he hosted, or is currently the host of, starting back in 2002 to present day, American Idol. So
it's a tough
pairing. Do you fuck with Ryan Seacrest? I feel like you're a big Howard fan, and Ryan Seacrest used to get clowned on, right, and dogged a lot by Howard Stern, but he's came around.
Little bit. But Howard's like an American Idol super fan. I never got into either of these shows. I never watched The Apprentice, and I used to, when it first started, I would like hang out loosely while my family watched American Idol, just to watch the goobers that suck in the beginning, because it was always fun watching someone so confident in their ability just go up and sound like a cat being strangled. And, you get your William Hungs thrown in there for a little bit, but that gimmick wore off on me quickly. And I never, like, the whole reality show angle of The Apprentice never appealed to me. I truly despise reality TV. So I never watched The Apprentice either. And I feel like they're two polar opposite hosts, too, because Ryan Seacrest is basically, he's Dick Clark. He's that, I probably doesn't apply these days, but younger, very handsome, very clean cut, just wholesome host. And Trump was, he was just supposed to be a brash, arrogant cocksucker who would just, like, cut your throat right there. You're fired. So, like, it's tough to compare the two, especially because I didn't really watch either show.
I thought the first season of Apprentice was legit awesome. I fuck with the first season of Apprentice. I watched most of the second season, and then I was completely done with it. American Idol, I never got into any one season. Yeah, never got into. Who's the one guy that fucking Howard propped up? Was it Sanjay? Was that his name?
Sanjaya.
Sanjaya.
Yeah. I was gonna make a tweet or an Instagram post about that this past week, just to be like, hey, did everybody vote for Sam Jaya? Just to see if I would get hit with one of those vote warnings attached to it. I'm sure you guys noticed that.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
any tweet, or maybe not tweet, but any Instagram post that even had the word vote in it got tagged with like a click here for factual voter information or some shit, just so people couldn't try and spread nonsense. So I kind of wanted to test and see how far it would go. Like if I just made a vote for Sanjaya joke, if they would flag me. But I was like, everybody's being a bunch of fucking pussies. No one can take a joke right now. I don't want anybody fucking libtard or whatever. Like, all right, you guys have your fucking fun. I'm playing PlayStation.
You think the conservatives would be mad?
They seem pretty pissed off these days.
Everyone will be all right. We're all going to get over it.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Everybody gets their turn in the barrel. 4 years ago, it was everybody that drives a Prius is all butthurt. Now everybody that drives a pickup truck is all butthurt. We're all butthurt. Welcome to the land of the butthurt. Get some
Let's not
ointment.
get political here. Let's get back to Donald Trump pre-politics.
Enough politics. Let's talk about the president.
Great run. He 14 seasons he hosted before he, got the better job. I'm definitely going Donald Trump in this one. I think it's like played out. It's jumped the shark to make fun of Ryan Seacrest, and he's someone who's just going to be famous and hosting major network things for the rest of my life. So if I'm going to hate on him, then it's just going to cause me heartache more than anything else.
I was doing a little bit of thinking, doing some mental math, and I was about to give it to Trump, but then it hit me, like I was saying before, their styles are so polar opposite. Like Seacrest is wholesome, and Donald Trump is
awesome,
is brash.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like Seacrest has hosted the New Year's Eve ball drop. He's hosted like other shows.
He took Regis's spot on the morning show with Kelly Ripa.
But I feel
that
like
was a fucking disaster, wasn't it?
No, he's still on it. He's another one of those guys like Michael Strahan that doesn't ever sleep. That
He
just
can't get
works.
to the quarterback like Michael Strahan.
No, but he's always working. Like Kevin said, New Year's Rockin' Eve, American Idol at night. Then he's on.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna stack resumes, though, the other guy's he's the president. I didn't mean to bring it back into politics. I'm sorry, but it had to be said. Like if we're doing resume versus resume, I mean,
here's what I'm doing. I'm looking at because I wanted to make sure before I went ahead and said this. Trump has only ever hosted The Apprentice. Ryan Seacrest has hosted other game shows.
Yeah, name all the Ryan Seacrest hosted game shows that you watch and that you're a big fan of.
I mean, the same exact amount as Donald Trump, 0.
But I'm saying we're taking the best of what they've done, their career, and we're stacking them against each other.
Again, you can't use the he became president thing as his game show hosting ability. We're rating hosts.
I watched a full season of The Apprentice, and it was a lot more enjoyable than American Idol.
Yeah, I know. I'm not critiquing your choice. You're critiquing mine.
No. You've made your vote. That's fine. Let's let democracy do what it does.
No.
We'll go to our swing state with Shuddy.
If this doesn't go my way, I'm demanding a recount.
Call for a recount. No, we should stop the vote right here.
Yeah. We're leaving it as a tie.
Shuddy, be objective. You fucking.
I am being objective.
Here we go.
Of the
some
two,
cuckery.
I watched less Apprentice. It didn't interest me at all. I really couldn't. Some of the things as a human he would say beforehand were funny, but I really have never been able to stand him not taking his presidency into account.
Don't get political, yeah.
I'm not, but was not a draw for me to watch it. And other than Paula Abdul, I would say Ryan Seacrest was the only thing that I really ever found enjoyable on American Idol. I really don't want to make a choice because I don't think either of them deserve to go on.
Here's why I'm going to give it to Seacrest, based purely on game show hosting abilities. You could plug Ryan Seacrest into any game show, and he would believably host it. I don't think Trump could host any game show other than The Apprentice.
And also, American Idol was canceled.
But it came back.
Enough people wanted it to come back that it's back and doing very well again.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. You can't make it a pro that it got canceled. Like, The Apprentice didn't get canceled. That motherfucker went to a different job.
Who's clamoring for The Apprentice to come back now that he's not in office?
I want it back.
How about this? Because sure, it is a stain on your reputation that you got canceled, but it's a big fat dick swinging move if you come back. Look at Family Guy. Family Guy got canceled, and it was so popular, and people bought so many of the DVDs to watch it at home that they had to bring it back, and it's still going to this day. So it is kind of a baller move to get uncanceled.
It's a fair point. I'll give you that. It's a fair point.
And that is why I'm going to give it to Seacrest.
We do democracy first and foremost. This is still America. All right, whatever. You fuck boys have your way. So
what's the next one?
The second versus 3 seed, that was a 1 versus 4 in the reality bracket. I feel like there's going to be some disagreement with these guys even being here. Well, one of them. But I got Gordon Ramsay, Master Chef, as the 3 seed. Or, excuse me, the 2 seed. Versus TJ Lavin of the Challenge. On as the 3 seed in this case. Do you fuck with World Rules Challenge at all?
No.
I used to love Real World and Road Rules. Back at the end, later years of high school and stuff.
When WWE kicked ass.
Yeah.
TRL days.
But
yeah.
I have not seen anything, I haven't watched the challenge. I know a lot of not old people, but people from older seasons of Road Rules and Real World do it also. But I think I stopped watching it before they even stopped calling it Real World Road Rules Challenge. I've caught it here and there, and I think TJ Lavin is a very good host from the few that I've seen, but it doesn't compare. I mean, Gordon Ramsay should be the 1 seed.
Oh,
Selection Sunday fucked him.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's never been president.
fair point. I see this one sucks for me because I know TJ Lavin personally, and he is
all right.
He's one of the coolest, nicest motherfuckers on the planet. He's such a good dude.
I didn't see it going that way.
I even had a little bit of personal stuff bleed over onto the radio show once, and he reached out to me to make sure I was okay. TJ is a fucking class act all around. I love that dude. But
why?
I've never seen an episode of The Challenge. I've never seen him host anything.
What's holding you back?
I hate reality TV. I never watched The Real World. I never watched Road Rules. Anytime they came on MTV, I got pissed off and changed the channel. Or went outside.
Okay, so if you never watched either one of them, then that's obviously a very understandable reason why you could not have been hooked into the challenge. But
and when did the challenge start? It was started airing when I was long gone on ever switching to MTV.
No, it was a while ago. Hold on, I got it in my notes here. TJ Lavin has been hosting from 2005 to present.
Yeah. I haven't watched MTV since like 2002.
Come on, 15 years ago, though? I mean, there's a better chance.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the original host, was he?
I stopped watching.
No, I don't think so. I think he started in 2005.
I stopped watching.
How long? How long has the challenge been around, though?
Okay,
yeah, but
right.
to see if Kevin's ever.
I've never seen the challenge. Honestly, I never even knew it existed until I was following TJ on Instagram. And it's just, I'm not an MTV guy. Wow. I must have been completely oblivious because I stopped watching MTV when Jackass went away. Like, all right, I still watched, like, I guess, Wild Boys and Viva La Bam, but, like, that's it. Once they started showing, like, 30 seconds of a music video and then cutting back to Carson Daly, I was like, this channel has nothing to offer me anymore. And I never watched Road Rules, and I never watched Real World. So I can't. It sucks. I love TJ, but I can't vote for him because I've never seen his work.
Knowing you like I know you, I can imagine how anti-Carson Daly you were back in the day. You probably hated Carson Daly. Like when he was on his run and he was hosting TRL. What was your take on Carson Daly? Be honest.
I just thought he was corny looking. I'm like, how is this? How did this guy get picked to speak to the youth? He looks like a narc. This fucking guy's wearing a wire.
Looks like a fucking Best Buy worker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Carson Daly, but just I don't think I was ever his demo.
Bullshit. I think it's got to go Gordon Ramsay though. I mean, he's got so many different like he is the center of the cooking show universe, right?
Yeah.
Like most roads lead back to Gordon Ramsay. He's the biggest star of all of them. And MasterChef I think it's an awesome show.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's a crowning jewel.
I always looked at Gordon Ramsay as just a loudmouth Brit that just overreacted and flipped out on people for no reason. So I always just wrote him off as kind of like a chode until my ex was just obsessed with MasterChef. So I was around it a couple of times. And I'm like, wow, this is solid. And then I started getting really invested in it and opened my heart to Gordon Ramsay and not like, oh, that's that chode that yells at everybody. And Hell's Kitchen kind of is that. It's like beefed up reality trash, like just it's pretty much a show built around fights. It's like, all right, start a fight and then we're going to work a story around this. MasterChef, they actually are competing. Gordon Ramsay a couple times per season just gets his hands dirty and prepares something in front of them in a way that it's like it's undeniable of this guy's fucking skill. It is completely justified. He has a restaurant empire, and it's completely justified that he has a TV empire because he is a great host. And when every time he flips out on somebody on MasterChef, it's always well deserved. I've never been like, he's being a kind of a prick today. It's like, yeah, fucking, they deserve that. Lay into him, Gordon. And when he's being like a nice guy, I've also seen him just be like a very generous, caring person to somebody.
Yeah, it makes those moments a lot better.
Yeah.
Because he's got a heart, but he'll rip into people. I guess supposedly his the guy who taught him how to cook was even more ruthless.
Yes,
like way more ruthless.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And then the guy who taught that guy was even more ruthless. Who knows how bad it got back in the day? You know what I mean? Hey, dudes, like there could have been like a fucking MasterChef killing apprentices.
Yeah, like if you burn your risotto, I'm gonna chop you up and you're gonna be a steak.
All right, so we're all on Ramsay here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming he's gonna fucking mop Seacrest too, because I'm definitely taking Ramsay over Seacrest.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Seacrest advances to the final four of the reality bracket.
No.
Nope.
Ramsay.
What did I say?
Seacrest.
excuse me. Ramsey advances to the Final Four, representing the reality region. Moving on to the kids region, we'll go.
This is where I take the biggest umbrage to the seeding.
Okay, so yeah, and Kevin was a huge Nickelodeon game show fan, so you guys can riff here and tell me where I'm fucked up or I'm wrong. But
I think who you have booked as the 1 and 4 are the 1 and 2.
So my one
I don't know what
seed
you guys are
Mike
talking
O'Malley Guts, and my 4 seed was Mark Summers Double Dare.
I don't know what any of this means.
So, according to the way Geoff has the bracket set up, Mark Summers is the 4th best in this group.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous. But the brackets are here. Let's fill them out.
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad now that we're saying it, but fuck it. That's what I went with. I'm going Mike O'Malley. I think Mike O'Malley is actually hilarious. I don't know why he doesn't get more like hosting gigs or why he's not like doing more shit. I feel like he looks like a poor man's Ed O'Neill a little bit, and maybe that cuts him out of like certain things, but why?
He had a good character on an episode of Parks and Rec when he was the guy that ran like a van rental company.
Like, I think his comedic acting is like legit. I don't see why he can't get a job somewhere hosting something, or I don't know.
I agree. Shuddy, who are you picking?
Just being more in people's lives.
I'm Mark Summers.
Yeah, me too.
Double Dare was. I mean, so was Guts. Like Guts, when Guts came around, I was just you and I were both at just almost at that right age where it was. If we could ever get there, it was a possibility that we could participate. Go on.
How fucking stoned are you, Shuddy?
I'm pretty stoned.
So I checked this on like 3 different sites, and I ended up getting it confirmed, at least in my head, confirmed on IMDb. But Mark Summers hosted Double Dare from 86 to 88, and that was it.
Are they not counting Family Double Dare? There had to have been more episodes of Double Dare than 2 years worth. What did you do, Geoff?
I don't know. Like, according to Wikipedia and then IMDb, he hosted Double Dare from 86 to 88. But like, there's no way. Like, I remember watching Double Dare, and I was born in 86, and you don't remember things really from like 88.
So the Wikipedia page for Double Dare says it ran from 86 to 93, had a revival in 2000, and then they brought it back for 1 year in 2018.
Which was awful.
Yeah, that wasn't that great.
But he, I think, was only the host from 86 to 88, which is weird. That doesn't make sense, right?
He had to have gone from the beginning to 93.
That's what I figured. That's how I always had it in my head, but I found what I found. Either way, you guys are on Mark Summers, so we'll push him through.
Yeah, I
Mark
like
Summers was the only host in the early years.
I loved Double Dare. I always wanted to be a competitor on it. I went to a mall. My mom took me to a mall one time where they were doing Double Dare auditions in the middle of a mall. I loved Guts. I swore I would smoke any kid that went on that show because they all look like a bunch of fucking dumbasses. I liked Mike O'Malley, but he was a little aggressive for me. I always thought he might give me a wedgie or something.
Mo was my preferred.
They were a good tandem.
Oh, Mo, I'd like to get up in her global guts.
Like to smash her global guts. Oh, man.
All right, so Mark Summers moves on.
The 2 versus 3 seed. It was a struggle, but I wanted to go thematic with the regions. I got Kirk Fogg, who's the host, of the Legends of the Hidden Temple, versus Jeff Foxworthy, the host of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
So silly. This is so silly.
Did you not fuck with Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader at all?
I watched it, but not a ton. Like, I've seen it. I know the game. It was basically just him capitalizing off of his "you might be a redneck" shit, I think, right?
I feel like all the hosts in one way or another capitalize on like not so crazy like successful comedic career.
I don't know. I always loved Legends of the Hidden Temple. I thought Kirk Fogg did a great job. He had a very trustworthy face, and I feel like that's
Who the
important.
fuck are those short shorts?
He did. I also believe if anybody ever fell ill or into a trap, he had something in those cargo shorts. One of those little holsters had something that would save you. Got stung by a bee, he's got one of those fucking EpiPens ready to go.
I feel like he just had like box cutters and a Swiss Army knife.
I don't know. My vote's for Kirk Fogg.
So is mine. I've never seen Are You Smarter Than a Whatever.
All right.
I can't stand Jeff Foxworthy.
I think he's surprisingly funny, actually. Like, people I know have made that case to me before, and I thought it was crazy. Then they put on some Jeff Foxworthy. I was like, you know what? He is kind of funny. He's not just like a one-trick pony, but whatever. We'll go on. We'll move on with Kirk Fogg. In the daytime evening bracket, I got
Daytime evening?
We have to do Mark Summers versus Kirk Fogg now.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, my bad. Moving on to the next round of the kids shit regional.
Mark Summers.
Mark Summers,
Yep.
4 seed versus 2 seed Kirk Fogg of Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Mark Summers.
Mark Summers.
I was going to go Kirk Fogg because I actually think Legends of the Hidden Temple is a better show. And I think they were nearly the same quality of host, but Legends of the Hidden Temple is a far superior show. Do you have any pushback with that? How much better do you think Double Dare is than Legends of the Hidden Temple?
I mean, Double Dare was iconic, but Legends of the Hidden Temple may have been more fun to watch. Because there was always something interesting happening to watch. I didn't give two fucks about the trivia leading up to the physical challenges and the final gauntlet of finding flags and gigantic pancakes and shit. That stuff was epic. But Legends of the Hidden Temple was, white knuckle action from start to finish.
Yeah. I actually feel like the final maze was like,
it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was like, it was random. Like, I never felt like I could be good at that necessarily, or I was a lock to win that. Whereas like sometimes watching Guts, I was like, I could smoke these kids. You know what I mean? Like the temple, the hidden temple, like depending on what route you took and what rooms you encountered, were a more formidable foe than the fucking
obstacle course.
Yeah, the bing bongs in Global Guts.
Yeah, it's stupid above ground pool with a fucking rope through it. Come on, dude, I'm smoking this.
But we're here to rate not game shows, but the hosts.
Fair enough.
So I got to give Mark Summers the edge.
All right. Well, now we're moving on to the daytime evening regional. Sorry, I jumped the gun the last time. The 1 seed, which is probably the 2nd seed in the entire bracket, but the 1 seed, Alex Trebek, pour some liquor out, versus 4 seed, David Ruprecht, of Supermarket Sweep. He had 2 stints there. I don't know if the show stopped or if they went with a new host, but he was the host of Supermarket Sweep from 90 to 98 and then 99 to 2004. So what did they just take a year break?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Because they didn't break up for a year, right?
We found out that Supermarket Sweep was a show long before the 90s Lifetime version with David Ruprecht. He just took over when they revived it. And then I guess they canceled it and brought it back for Supermarket Sweep 2000. Which I guess was when he wrapped up his run at 2004. So who are you guys voting for?
It's got to be Alex Trebek, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to make a pro Ruprecht argument, or are we going with Trebek? You're not gonna be disrespectful, right?
I mean,
know how
yeah,
much
I
you
am.
Like Ruprecht, though.
I never really got into Jeopardy. And, I feel like Alex Trebek could be a little bit of a prickly butthole sometimes to the guests.
A little condescending.
A little condescending.
Oh, well, you thought that was an interesting story to tell our producers, huh? Okay, on to you, Debbie.
Like, he didn't really seem to give too much of a fuck about the contestants. I will say that.
He was the star the whole time. Why would he care about those?
Exactly. But the game show was about the contestants.
Not in this bracket. It's not.
I feel like David Ruprecht had more energy and was more fun to watch, and Jeopardy was just like the nerd show. So I prefer David Ruprecht's hosting styles over Alex Trebek. But luckily, I'm outvoted. So we're not going to catch any heat.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. Democracy's spoken, and Alex Trebek gets some American favoritism, and his Canadian ass moves on. The 2 versus 3 seed in this bracket, or in this region, Pat Sajak would actually be the 2 seed of Wheel of Fortune. Bob Barker, Price is Right. Bob Barker's run lasted from 1972 to 2007. I think that would be the longest
Beast.
game show tenure on our bracket, technically.
Bob Barker.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
And Pat Sajak, wait a minute. No, I'm wrong, I think. I got to do quick math. Yeah, Pat Sajak, has a longer tenure, 1981 to present. So this fool's going on, what would that be, 39 years? No. Yes. 39 years.
See, I always preferred the wheel over Jeopardy, just because it was more colorful and had more things going on. But I feel like Pat Sajak as a host, he really just lucked the fuck out with that one. Like, I don't feel like Pat Sajak's presence makes Wheel of Fortune. He's just like a pleasant afterthought. If Pat Sajak got replaced, is anybody losing sleep? He looks like a fucking creepy lawn jockey. Like, he's just got like a giant baby head resting on a toddler body. What the hell's wrong with that guy? He creeps me out.
I know he's got some fucking crazy tweets that he sent out somewhat recently.
Does he?
Not maybe not crazy, but he's gotten ratioed a couple times.
Oh, man.
During the pandemic era.
These game show hosts all stick together, huh?
Yeah, they all lean right, I guess. No, it's definitely Bob Barker. He's got the most unique microphone, maybe in microphone history.
And
he's the only one with that thing, right?
He also used to have bitches fish $100 bills out of his pocket while he just stood there looking down at it like a G. Like, yeah, that's right. You get that 100 out of my pocket.
He's
Little
an
to the
alpha,
left.
for sure. I feel like Bob Barker probably got a lot of tail back in his prime.
Oh, yeah. I mean, didn't they call the spokesmodels Barker's beauties?
Yes.
Like, those were his Playboy bunnies.
Yeah. You know he taste tested a few of them over the years.
He's probably still doing it.
Easy way of putting it, wasn't it?
Oh, very
sure
sleazy.
was.
Damn right. Well, I've had a pretty shitty podcast. I had to say something funny eventually.
Who thought Bob Barker would outlive Alex Trebek?
Yeah. I definitely would have taken the under on Bob Barker.
Yeah, he must be eating dead babies. He's fucking... He's going to be 97 in a month.
I wonder if he could still host.
I think
just once from
I think the only thing Bob Barker can host right now is Parasites.
My God.
They should bring him back for one episode and give him his bitches back.
Yeah.
Give him that long microphone, but just fucking like tape the microphone to like his wheelchair.
Or they could do
So
it
he
like
doesn't have to
anal
hold
ring
it the whole
toss.
time.
They just like bring some bimbo up on stage and she bends over and they put that long skinny microphone up her ass and it's just aimed at his face.
I'm sure
Well,
that's what they would do in the morning time slot for sure.
Welcome to the Price is Right.
This is really Bob Barker's fucking Bob Barker's bucket list, huh?
How much is it for this can of peas?
Jeez. You're really riffing on Bob Barker right now. And you putting him through.
Well,
But
yeah.
I feel like this is one of those examples where you only make fun of Bob Barker because you love him, right?
I make fun of everybody. If I love you, if I hate you,
That's true.
I
You're
give
pretty mean to Pat Sajak.
I give myself a taste sometimes. Everybody gets a
Yeah,
piece.
You're just an all-around shitty guy, and
Yeah.
you got negative vibes. I got you.
I'm a turd. Look, some of the happiest moments of my life are when there was a snow day and I would get to stay home and my Nana and I would never even get out of our PJs and we'd make fucking pancakes and cream of wheat and put on Price is Right. And Price is Right was what, like an hour and a half show?
Hour.
When you're a kid, that's an eternity. That was a marathon
right?
watch.
It felt like 3 hours.
It was an experience, and it was an experience that I went through with my loved ones. I have such fond memories of, like, even if I was sick or faking being sick, missing school and watching Price is Right was one of the most comforting comfort blankets that existed.
Well said. Yeah, it felt much longer than an hour. I'll tell you that. That was a good question.
So that's
So-
unanimous, right? Bob Barker
Yep.
moves on.
Yeah.
1 seed versus 3 seed. Alex Trebek versus Bob Barker. I'm going Trebek. Jeopardy's my all-time favorite game show. As basic bitches that is. But
I got to go
we could
Barker.
have a chance for an upset because
I'm going Bob Barker.
Holy shit! Because you're well on the record with your take on Jeopardy, Kevin. So I'm assuming you're going Bob Barker too.
Price is Right is so much more fun than Jeopardy.
Listen, he just died. You motherfuckers! You
Look,
guys are really gonna go?
Do you want a
Bob
real vote
Barker.
or do you want a sympathy vote? Because my real vote is for Bob Barker. And my sympathy vote is also for Bob Barker. Because speaking of cream of wheat, that guy's basically just a sentient pile of cream of wheat right now.
I bet she's got more life than you're giving him credit for. We got to bring him back for just one more lap around.
Bob Barker is basically just a skeleton at this point, and his housekeeper just mists him with a spray bottle.
Didn't he do something with Adam Sandler again relatively recently?
Was he in Hubie Halloween?
No, not that recently.
Happy Gilmore.
I'm
not talking about that,
It was
right?
a Super Bowl commercial, I think.
Really?
Oh.
Barker, Adam Sandler.
Damn.
Commercial.
Kevin, you should know this. You only watch the Super Bowl for the commercials, right?
No,
Or
I
do
don't
you
even
not
do that.
Okay.
Wow, so I'm looking at Bob Barker's IMDb, and it shows his spouse. His spouse is listed as Dorothy Jo Gideon. They got married in 1945. She died in 81, and he's been single ever since?
Just
Oh,
laying
man.
the pipe.
Pipe layer. Oh, my goodness.
Just banging through Bob's bitches, or excuse me, Bob's babes. Barker's babes.
He's probably underneath a pile of Price is Right models as we speak.
I mean, he should be winning
It
this
was a
region.
commercial for Comedy Central
That got him out of bed? Oh, my God.
in 2017.
Holy
What,
shit.
is he got to put his great-great-grandkids through fucking college? All right. Well, let's move on to the final region, the primetime region, to round out our final four here. 1 seed Regis Philbin, former host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, versus 4 seed Joe Rogan, former host of Fear Factor. Regis Philbin is dead. He died earlier this year. Joe Rogan signed $100 million plus possibly Spotify contract and is hitting his prime right now. But that's not a game show.
No,
and
it is not.
Kevin would argue it doesn't count, I'm assuming. And he would be right. Did you watch Fear Factor at all, Kevin?
I did. Yeah, I didn't watch it religiously. I don't think I've seen every episode, but I saw a decent amount.
I thought Fear Factor was pretty awesome.
Yeah, solid
I
show.
feel like you're not a huge game show fan. Did you fuck with Fear Factor at all?
Yeah, I liked Fear Factor. What was the other one?
Philbin.
I already forgot.
Regis Philbin.
Who wants to?
Oh, Regis. And I liked watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Regis.
Regis is a titan.
Is
He went
that
to the
your
same
final answer?
He went to the same high school in the Bronx as Earl and Kwame, Kevin.
No shit. Did they know each other?
And Martin Scorsese. No, Kwame graduated a little after him.
Ah, man.
Fear Factor. I worked with a girl who was on Fear Factor, actually. Super hot.
Oh,
Super
yeah.
hot. And she said it was a fun experience. Said Joe Rogan was nice and all that. I thought Fear Factor was cool. I actually don't watch a lot of game shows, and I did watch a lot of that. I watched it. Watched like reruns when I was in college. Joe Rogan was actually, I watched some live ones or some real-time Fear Factors in college. He hosted from 2001 to 2006.
It's weird because I never, before this, I never really considered it or thought about it as a game show. But yeah, it's totally a game show, obviously.
Yeah.
Regis.
Fucked up games.
Let me look at Regis's Wikipedia because I feel like Regis was more of a TV host that segued into hosting a game show.
Yes.
Sure, but his work on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was legendary.
Yeah, of course. Second sentence of his IMDb page. Once called the hardest working man in show business. He holds the Guinness World Record for most hours on U.S. television.
Well, Michael Strahan's gonna beat him by like fucking next year. The way he's going.
So Philbin hosted Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, $1 Million Password, and the first season of America's Got Talent. So he's got multiple game shows. I don't know if Joe Rogan hosted any other game show outside of Fear Factor.
Was there ever a celebrity Fear Factor?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Celebrities too big of pussies.
Probably. They'd have to make it bitch ass.
Because that feels like that would be a hit. Everyone wants to see celebrities doing weird, gross shit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they ever did.
What a bummer.
So
I'm going Regis. I mean, I seeded the bracket. I think that's some of the best and most well-known game show hosting work ever done.
it's a tough
I
pairing.
agree.
Because I feel like this is also like Trump and Seacrest. They're like two very different shows. One is people chugging donkey semen, and the other one is people answering trivia questions. So obviously, those shows both require very different hosts. It doesn't matter, but my vote's for Rogan.
Styles make fights. All right, but Regis advances. The 2 versus 3 seed. 2 seed Howie Mandel, Deal or No Deal, versus Chris Hardwick, Singled Out. Now, I'm pretty biased here. I liked both of these shows a lot. Do you think either one of them or none of them should be in this bracket at all?
I was very happy to see Singled Out on the list because I loved that show. That is, I watched it all the time. Granted, it was less for Chris Hardwick and more for Jenny McCarthy and then Carmen Electra. But I just enjoyed the show a lot. Like, it was a lot of fun. It really hit with me as an early teenager into my, I have to go Chris Hardwick on this one. I never Deal or No Deal is too stressful for me.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I actually really like Deal or No Deal, and I watched a lot of it in college with my buddies in our college house.
And my not watching it has nothing to do with Howie Mandel. I think he's very funny. His wacky glasses are very enjoyable and add to it. But it's just the game itself is not for me.
I feel like Singled Out should be on Netflix.
I agree to that. I'm actually, Jeff, happy to see both of these shows on here because I loved both of them when they were on. There's a very legendary... I've probably talked about this on the podcast before, but there was a legendary episode of Deal or No Deal that I still have on a disc saved somewhere. And it's one of those things that I can just pop on from time to time if I'm ever feeling bummed out. We used to watch that when I lived in Weehawken religiously. We made like an event out of it. This chick was the ultimate contestant. To the producers who plucked her out of the pile, well done, because when she realized like she was killing it, eliminating all the weak ones. She got one or two big numbers busted out, but she was getting the highest offers. And her family was jumping up and down, stomping on the floor, saying, "Deal! Deal!" Screaming at the top of her lungs. And this woman, you could tell, there was a moment she went from giving so much of a fuck about the prize money. The instant that flipped to her giving a fuck about being a star in that moment, she's like, I could take this money right now, but then I'm not going to be on TV anymore. She did this face where she was like, looking back and forth, wha-boom, slams the door shut, no deal, and her family like faints, and they're screaming, and at the end of it, she left with like $20 or something. It was fucking epic.
They bought her like a fucking number 2 at McDonald's.
Oh, it was great. And her family, like, they were just defeated. They were just melted into piles on the couch like, I need to get you out of my life. I'm digressing here. I love both shows. My mom and I watched Singled Out a lot when it was airing. And I do think Chris Hardwick is a great host, but Howie Mandel, his improv skills are second to none. And that benefited his hosting tremendously. He's a sharp motherfucker, Howie Mandel.
Yeah, I think he's an awesome host. I thought he did well with Deal or No Deal, obviously, and I actually think I like it more than Jeopardy because the stress gets shifted to the contestants and not me. Like, I'm always competing when I'm watching Jeopardy with someone else in the room, whether it be my brothers or my homies. And I don't have to compete with anyone. I get to just root for destruction, chaos, and Deal or No Deal. And like you said, he does improv some funny jokes, and I think he's probably I was going to say the funniest that I've ever went on this list. Joe Rogan might be the funniest, but Howie Mandel is close. Howie Mandel's fucking hilarious, and it's a perfect spot for him. He should get. I know they brought back Deal or No Deal somewhat recently, but I would really watch it again. They should bring it back a third time.
Just cancel it and bring it back again.
So what are we moving forward with?
I think Howie.
It's
Howie?
Whatever your vote is.
Yeah, I'm going Howie.
Yep. Then.
In the semifinals of the primetime region, we got Regis versus Howie. I just think Regis was so iconic. That's why I'm going to side with him in this one. All I said about Deal or No Deal, it's a better show than Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Even though Who Wants to Be a Millionaire kicks ass several ways. It's an awesome game show. I think Deal or No Deal is better, but Regis just fucking killed it, man. He killed it.
I got to go with Howie.
Regis.
Nice.
Blasphemy. A recount. I demand a recount.
All right. So flipping back to the left side of the bracket, the winner of the reality region, Gordon Ramsay, for his work on MasterChef and really all the other cooking reality game shows that he does. Top Chef, is that a game show? Do you watch Top Chef? Or he didn't do that one.
I don't think
not
he
on
does that.
Top Chef,
Excuse
no.
me, Hell's Kitchen. It was Hell. It's just a reality show, right? There's no game
Pretty much.
show
No,
component
I
to
think
it.
there is a competition element to it, but it's too much like trash reality. It's like it's got too much Jerry Springer in it. Hell's Kitchen
Okay.
isn't for me, but I love the fuck out of some MasterChef. So what's the
versus
pairing
Mark
here?
Summers, double dare.
Mm.
Gordon Ramsay, Mark Summers. What are you gonna do?
I've got this is a tough one. This is child me versus adult me. And I think Mark Summers just had Double Dare was such a big part of my childhood that I have to go with my heart and go with Mark Summers.
You're gonna Peter Pan it, huh? Okay.
Yep.
You know what? I have to go back to the Trump argument. As much as Gordon Ramsay kicks ass, I don't know how he would do if you put him outside of a food-related game show or competition show. I feel like Mark Summers embodies a game show host. I think he's a plug-and-play guy. And I also feel like, I don't know if I'm making this fact up in my head, but I feel like Mark Summers is like a germaphobe OCD, and he had to get covered in slime all the time and fake boogers and shit. So to be able to power through all that and still be a host of a sloppy kid show, I got to give it to Mark Summers.
I'm surprised that didn't come up in your Howie Mandel argument.
Well, he only had to be surrounded by hot chicks.
Well, I'm just saying he also was a germaphobe and had to battle OCD.
Yeah, but Mark Summers had to get slimed.
All right, so Summers advances over Ramsey.
Who would
going
your
into
vote
the
have been?
finals. Oh, Ramsey, totally. I like Double Dare, and I liked it back in the day, but I like Gordon Ramsay a lot more than Mark Summers. Mark Summers, as a host, didn't stand out to me as a kid, and I haven't really watched Double Dare in 20-something years. So I didn't watch it. You said it came back in 2018, right? I didn't watch the reboot. So I'm going Ramsey, but it doesn't matter. You guys have spoken, and Summers advances. The winner of the daytime evening region, Bob Barker, going against the winner of the primetime region, Regis Philbin.
Oh,
Two Titans. It should have always came down to these guys, honestly.
it's easy for me. That's a no-brainer for Bob Barker.
Me too. Yep.
I'm going Regis. Wait, you both go Bob Barker.
Yes, sir.
You're not even gonna think about it, Shuddy?
Nope.
All right.
I always have watched way more Price is Right than pretty much any other game show. Bob Barker is a titan among men.
No. Still kicking. 97. Got to give him some credit for that. The finals: Mark Summers versus Old Man Barker. Barker's babes, Barker's bitches.
It's almost
versus
too
that
eady.
Fucking OCD weirdo,
Yeah,
Mark Summers.
this is
Bob
Did he
Barker's
get
the
an
GOAT.
Easy one.
I mean, there's just this subconscious collective that everybody expects of a game show host. And I don't know whether he had to work for it or if he was born with it, but Bob Barker just embodies a game show host. I don't know if it says anything skill-wise on his behalf, but he's got what it takes. He's got the chops.
he's the gold standard of game show hosts.
Yeah.
I think it's the small mic, the skinny mic. I think that gives him enough originality and separates him from everyone else.
I think the skinny mic thing was just a thing from the 70s that he just kept.
Never let go, right?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. All right, Bob Barker wins the Stink Fartindale Invitational.
Did you disagree with that? Were you going to vote for Mark Summers?
No, fuck Mark Summers. I was on Bob Barker too. No, I told you I didn't really fuck with Mark Summers, or I don't know. Like, I didn't watch Double Dare past me being like 7 years old. So Bob Barker, all the
Well,
way. Should have been Alex Trebek, or actually should have been Donald Trump. You guys are fucking haters and losers, as he would say.
well, shit.
The
We
only
just have
loser
to.
in that conversation is him.
Oh shit.
I mean, technically, they're still figuring it out, Shuddy, technically speaking.
I mean, that pretty much takes us to the end, but I do have to go over the results real quick of MSPH Wrestling VI, Blippi's Revenge, which took place this past weekend. And man, brevity is not one of Dominic's strong suits.
Wait, when did you get the document over to you?
He emailed it to me earlier today. Okay. I'm gonna get through this. It's very. I'm like squinting to see because it's been such a long day and I'm getting blinded by the umbrella light.
Yeah,
So bear with me here.
The promo that he did read like War and Peace.
Oh man.
Now
Jeff's
we're not going to hear Jeff
fucking
when
with
he
his
talks.
mic again. Well, that's good because it'll give me a chance to get through this. So MSPH Wrestling VI. First event was the Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team Elimination Match for the inaugural MSPH Tag Team Championships. It was the Clowny Room, Clowny Hair and Ronald McDonald versus Team Sticks and Stoned, which is a real true stoner, and the Mighty Boognish, and Los Lemos, which was revealed to be Shuddyboy and Dom in Lucha Libre masks, recreating their moment from Hot Topic 20 years ago, or whatever that story was. The Clown Room make their way to the ring, looking more badass than ever. Arts and the Mighty Boognish shocked the MSPH Wrestling fans, coming out to the ring with face paint and Heaven and Hell attire. Los Lemos are revealed as Shuddyboy and the Dominator. Ronald is surprisingly the first eliminated when he gets planted face first with the Dominator finishing move. Shuddyboy takes out Clowny with the assist from Arts. Shuddyboy eliminates Boognish with a wicked powerbomb pin combo. It's 2-on-1 now as Los Lemos are working over Arts as he's the only man left standing. They both inflict punishment on his arm and elbow. Arts gets a top rope splash courtesy of both Lemos. Dominator puts Arts away with another faceplant into the mat. Los Lemos get the win. Shout out to Shuddyboy and Dom. And then we moved on to the steel cage match for the MSPH Women's Championship, which was Bonnie cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase versus the champ, Jen T. Bonnie comes out to a mixed reaction from the crowd after showing off her shiny new pink Money in the Bank briefcase, and Jen T arrives at the arena to a huge pop with fireworks to top it all off. Jen T is relentless on Bonnie almost the entire match. Both women get into a who can smash each other's head into the cage harder war for what seemed like forever. At one point, Bonnie looked like she's going to win the belt, but one of her high heels gets stuck on the cage while climbing, and Jen T is able to pull her leg, sending her crashing down to the mat. Jen capitalizes, climbs up and out of the cage to retain her title. Shout out to you, Jen T. R.I.P. Bonnie. Then we moved on to a very anticipated match, which was the backstage brawl for the Hardcore Championship. Blippy versus Jeff the Dragon Clark, the champ. This was a match that took place backstage in the hallways behind the scenes of the arena, which was a big hit amongst the Zoom call viewers. Everybody was very excited, but that was the shortest match of the night. This was pretty much a squash match with revamped V-neck Jeff Clark working Blippy over from the start. Both men get into a big shuffle, but it's Jeff who takes advantage with multiple chops, fireman's carries, and Irish whips into the lockers backstage. Jeff busts Blippy open with a crossroads right to the cement floor. Jeff picks Blippy back up, flicks him the middle finger, and hits a swinging neck breaker to seal the victory. Winner and still hardcore champion, the Dragon, Jeff Clark. We
That
then
would've
moved
been-
on.
That was like the UFC knockout of the night. I fucked Blippy up.
Blippy didn't stand a chance. That was over in an instant.
It was
So,
awesome.
Well done to you, Digital Jeff. Then we move on to the fatal 5-way table elimination match for the MSPH Canadian Championship, which was Shitman Fart replacing Y2J Chris Jericho versus Snowman Pooh versus Spat versus Happy Smokes versus the champ Lowman Chris. Shitman Fart makes his MSPH wrestling debut and is very impressive with many flips and power moves that wow the MSPH wrestling fans. Shitman Fart was trained by the legendary Jim Needshart and Jimmy Fart of the Fart Foundation.
Instead of Jim Neidhart and Brett the Hitman Hart.
Oh. All right. Thanks for explaining that one for me, Shuddy.
You're welcome.
Spat hits a stunner on the champ, but Lowman Chris returns the favor by powerbombing Spat through a table, eliminating him in less than a minute. Haffy is eliminated by Shitman Fart, followed by Snowman Pooh, eliminated by the champ. Lowman and Shitman go at it, and the crowd is going nuts for the rookie here. Lowman Chris silences the crowd real quick when he sets Shitman on top of a table. Lowman jumps from the top rope and buries an elbow deep into Shitman's chest, causing the table to split in half. Shitman Fart is the last eliminated winner and still MSPH Canadian Championship. Lowman Chris, shout out to you. Got a little bit of an asterisk here. After the match, Lowman Chris stomps out of the ring, grabs a mic from the announce table, and addresses the crowd. He says that no new wrestler will come in here and become a star at my expense. I won't allow it. You can all kiss my Canadian ass. He flips off the camera and walks out with a sinister grin on his face. Oh my God, there's like 18 more of these. Holy
Now
shit.
you gotta get through it all.
We're going to do it. All right, then we went on to the Hell in a Cell match for the MSPH Television Championship. The Hurt Business Apollo Creed Sr. versus Thunderwolf versus T-Bone versus Dylan the Trucker versus Twisted Texan versus the champ, Chief Brody. This was the most chaotic match of the night. T-Bone and Dylan the Trucker are making their MSPH wrestling debuts here. Twisted Texan and Thunderwolf work together to stomp on Apollo Creed in the middle of the ring. Dylan the Trucker gets tossed out of the ring, smacks the ring floor hard, and never fully recovers. Chief Brody folds Thunderwolf in half with a massive powerbomb that puts him away for the 3 count, making the winner and still MSPH television champion Chief Brody. Shout out to you, friend. That brings us to the Monsters Among Men handicap elimination match, which was the Marshmallow Man and Skeletor versus the Voice of God Mike, Big Sexy, and Diamond Dallas DeWitt. So that was a 2-on-3 match. Mike, Big Sexy, and DeWitt are not intimidated by the duo of Marshmallow Man and Skeletor. Skeletor is wearing his new Wreck Everyone and Leave shirt and comes out firing out of the gate. The match goes on for a while until DeWitt plants Skeletor face first onto the concrete wall with a DDT, eliminating him. DeWitt immediately goes after Marshmallow Man, knocks him off the top apron, and gives him a DDT to the floor as well. DeWitt gets the 3 count on Marshmallow Man and pretty much carries his entire team to victory, making Voice of God Mike, Big Sexy, and DeWitt the winners.
Is he taking notes the whole fucking time, or does he rewatch this?
I don't know, but Dom 100% puts the work in.
This is amazing.
Yeah. A couple more.
I would say it's both.
Where are we? Okay, triple threat, no holds barred match for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Shawnee Killface cashing in his money in the bank briefcase versus Neon Kevin Kraft versus the champ, Ginger and Juice. Shawnee Killface comes out like a man on a mission, holding up his newly won Money in the Bank briefcase. Kevin comes out next to a huge pop, looking like his fully evolved quarantine form. Headband, gecko Hawaii shirt, puffy pants, pink sunglasses, and more. The champ. Ginger and Juice hits the ring, and they all go at it. Kevin impresses early with a Hurricane Rana. Is that a thing?
Hurricane Rana.
Hurricane Rana from the top rope to Shawnee Killface. Shawnee Killface with a rear choke lock on Ginger. Ginger is barely able to escape and hits a Kimura lock on Kevin, almost making him tap out. Kevin is finally able to get up, reverse Ginger's offense, and put him away with a neon bomb for the win. Winner and new undisputed world heavyweight champion is Neon Kevin Kraft. My first non-bitch-ass performance in MSPH Wrestling. That brings us to the Elimination Chamber match for the MSPH Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. The Rockstar Amanda L versus Curvy Beer Girl versus Red Rage versus the GOAT versus Yasmin Bleeth versus Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx and Amanda L start off the match. The GOAT is the first woman unleashed from the chamber, followed by Yasmin Bleeth. Red Rage is out next, and Jamie Foxx spears Amanda L through the glass chamber wall. Amanda L is the first eliminated. Curvy Beer Girl is finally unleashed and goes right after her longtime rival, Red Rage. Curvy Beer Girl tosses Red Rage over the top rope, sending her crashing to the cage floor. The GOAT hits a standing moonsault on Jamie Foxx, eliminating her. The GOAT sends Curvy Beer Girl crashing through the chamber glass with a spear, eliminating her. Red Rage eliminates Yasmin Bleeth, and now it's down to her and the GOAT. Red Rage puts the GOAT away with a Sister Abigail kiss to the forehead and then smashes her face first into the mat to steal the victory. Winner and the new Ms. Money in the Bank is Red Rage. And then we'll browse through the rest of this real quick. There was a 30-man Royal Rumble, which was very entertaining, and in a shocking turn of events, Big Sexy defeats He-Man and clotheslines him out of the ring for victory. Royal Rumble winner and the new Mr. Money in the Bank is the one and only Big Sexy. And then before we go, these are the injuries. This is the injury report following MSPH Wrestling VI. Jamie Foxx, shoulder and chest injury, suffered a cracked clavicle and 6 broken ribs after the GOAT and Red Rage gave her a big splash off the top of the chamber. She will be out of action indefinitely. Dylan the Trucker suffered back spasms after Thunderwolf tossed him unceremoniously from the top rope onto the floor multiple times. He will be out of action for 4 to 6 weeks. Blippy suffered a concussion and lacerated forehead at the hands of Jeff Clark during their backstage brawl. He will also be out of action indefinitely. Snowman Pooh suffered a deep cut in his back and a punctured lung from the wood pieces after getting powerbombed through a table by Lowman Chris. He will be out for 1 to 2 weeks. And finally, Bonnie.
Out for 1 to 2 weeks with a punctured lung?
Hey, I don't make the rules. And
Deshaun Watson.
our friend Bonnie has suffered a broken nose when she was pulled from the steel cage and her face hit the floor during the Women's Championship match. She also suffered several chipped teeth. She was spitting out pieces of her teeth after the match and will be out of action for 6 to 8 weeks. But she's expected to make a full recovery. So thank you to Dom, and thank you everybody who attended and watched on twitch.tv/DomV311. These are the matches Dominic has been making for decades, where he makes custom characters on the WWE wrestling game, evens out all the stats, and then programs AI matches where the computer just faces off and we all just watch the random results. And Dom puts a lot of work into it. Everybody had a great fucking time on Saturday watching this, and we hope to see everybody at the next one. And holy fuck, that puts us long over. So we got to go. But hey, thank you for watching, friends. Subscribe if you haven't already, and toss us a 5-star review if you wouldn't mind. Also, check us out, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. The full episodes, minus the Easter eggs, are up on YouTube, where you can watch and see our goofy, smiling faces through the whole time. If you need more MSPH in your life, please head over to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour and check out all the other bonus content that is offered to you there. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddyboy.
At Geoff for Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. Don't forget to listen to Jeff's podcast, Fade the Media. And if you want to be a part of Voicemails Yay, just call 201-472-0139, or you can just shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. Shuddy, you got anything?
Nope.
I'm losing my voice. So until next time, ooh, something!